And, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you're talking public safety or, mapping and surveying, anything. It's always about the data, right? And now, Kevin, you mentioned the term cloud native. Tell us a little bit more about what you mean by that.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. This is a big value proposition of Mark 43, and it really drives our ability and ability to mold and move fast with the industry. Ultimately, the cloud native, it's a very distinct difference between cloud based, and what cloud native means is the platform is built specifically for the cloud, not adapted from an older on-premise solution. And so, to really draw a line in that distinction, I mean, look, there's again modern tools, the Kubernetes, delivery models, the newest and latest, DevOps delivery models makes it very easy for you to take your old technology, whether you're using, .NET, using a multi-server architecture, right? You can take, again, your old software, no matter when it was developed, you can containerize it, you can put it, on the same infrastructure that you have right now, and then they can easily ship and put that in the cloud, right? And just use services and just continue running your legacy platform. Really, it's that's just almost co-locating your servers, right? Folks have been doing that for decades, right? So and you'll get some intrinsic benefits of the cloud from that, but that line cloud native, right? We are using, again, premier partnership with Amazon Web Services. We're very proud of that. They've been involved with us very early, very strong partnership, not just from a business orientation, but actually from tech stack and working with the infrastructure of our platform. But we're using the native tools that Amazon Web Services provides, the S3 bucket, the relational database services, right? We have a multi-scalable architecture. We're using their load balancers. We're scaling that data across multiple sites and multiple zones, right? We have automated backups. We're backing it up in different regions so that if an entire region fails over, we're going through our backup policy every time we release new software, right? So there's a lot of things that is intrinsic to our operations that are built into Amazon Web Services, and they're using their best-in-class tools and leveraging the shared responsibility model. So as they're pushing out updates, as they are maintaining 6 to 7 nines of availability, again, we get those super intrinsic benefits. And then again, it just allows us to deploy software quickly, flexibly, and with little to no downtime. So automatic updates, right? And then I haven't even really talked about the security that provides, right? Because look, these agencies are under attack, all the time. It started with, hospital systems, decades ago, but now, it's very well known that public safety agencies and governments are using, legacy platforms and are the last bastion of cloud. So, you're hearing in the news, every week, every couple days, of cities and agencies being taken down for weeks, months, and the liability that goes with that. So, look, cloud native systems are more reliable, they offer better disaster recovery, and they allow for real-time access to information from anywhere.
Well, and frankly, AWS, I mean, you can't really get better than that in terms of partnerships. So congrats on that partnership. And the fact that you're using their cloud, really cool. I want to dive deeper now into your records management system, right? Because a picture paints 1,000 words, and I think we've got some images here that I'm going to ask you guys to walk through for us and explain, what we're seeing and how your system really helps reduce paperwork and the time that officers have to spend doing paperwork.
Yeah, so right here is the records management platform. You're seeing a master entity profile on the right. Again, this is all dummy data. On the left, you're seeing an actual report. So, Jeremy talked about the ease of use, and I like to mention that our entire ethos is just to make the product and the platform easy to use. Jeremy talked about drop downs, attribution. So what you're seeing is the result of the guardrails and just, again, making life as easy as possible for that end user, the point of attack, where they're actually entering that data, whether they're, in the field, like directly entering it through their mobile phone. A lot of young officers, a lot of folks are, expect mobile technology, and that's what Mark 43 is really pushing as well. So, whether you're taking that from a mobile phone or you're taking that on your mobile data terminal computer, right, it's just going to be easy. It's going to be accurate. And then it just leads to a clearer picture of what's going on holistically with an entity, and that could be a per people, place, location type or thing there.
Well, how does that also reduce, other than the time an officer spends inputting information, right, into these reports, how does it otherwise reduce the administrative burden also
Yeah,
on
we
yeah.
bring contextual data to the front, and so when you have guardrails and again attribution and you kind of limit the number of choices, not a lot of free text. When that data flows downstream, when that data flows to supervisor approval, to civilian review, where they're looking at like how the data transitions to the Department of Justice or your state regulatory entities, the data can be trustworthy. And again, we're pre-filling a lot of that information. And then while things like location data, we're using Esri so that automatically geo-validates, provides latitude and longitude. So these processes that I'm describing are often manual or don't happen at all in legacy systems. And you might be transcribing, you might be writing things on paper and then transcribing that data in a data model in a legacy platform. So there are many different models of business out there. We've done thousands of hours of research and have deployed this platform across 200 plus agencies. And you're looking at, 75% reduction in time in terms of documentation efforts.